3 WWE superstars who could dethrone Roman Reigns besides The Rock. Roman Reigns has been dominating the main event scene in WWE for the past 3 years, and he is the current undisputed Universal Champion after having unified the two top championships at WrestleMania 38. His run has been historic in many ways, but everything comes to an end eventually. Unless WWE plans to have him surpass Bruno Sammartino's longest reign, there is a good chance the Tribal Chief won't make it through 2023 without losing the belts. Being the person to end such a monumental reign is going to give somebody a massive push, so WWE has to choose who that is very carefully. The Rock has been rumored to face Reigns at some point for the past couple of years, so naturally, some fans assume he will be the person who finally takes the champ down. But there are a lot of other choices that would make more sense. Let's look at some of the best options to take the undisputed Universal Championship from around the waist of the Tribal Chief. If WWE wanted to bring one of the best long-term storylines in WWE full circle, the man to take down Reigns would be Jey Uso. All of this bloodline stuff started with the two of them. When Jey was running solo because Jimmy was out with an injury, Reigns beat him repeatedly until he fell in line. Their battles at Clash of Champions and Hell in a Cell in 2020 were both classics, but they were also decisive wins for the Tribal Chief. Once Jey chose to work with Reigns instead of against him, the faction began to form. Jimmy joined his brother alongside their cousin when he was able to compete again, and they were eventually followed by Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. Throughout all of it, Jey has never seemed content. He has always been the angriest member of the group, and Zayn has been the outlet for his rage until recently. But there is still that feeling that Jey could snap at any moment and walk away from his family. Reigns has defeated just about every main event talent in WWE, some more than once. At this point, having one of the few people the champion trusts be the one who finally ends his run would be one of the most satisfying ways to finish this story. Not only would it give Jey a massive singles push and turn him into one of the top babyfaces in the company, but it would open the door for him to feud with Jimmy if he were to remain loyal to the Tribal Chief. Who doesn't love a good brother versus brother feud in pro wrestling? Jey is probably the least likely person on this list to actually take the belts from Reigns, but it would be one of the most satisfying conclusions to any long-term storyline in WWE history. The honorary Yus felt like he just wanted to ride the coattails of the Tribal Chief when he first began hanging around the bloodline. He seemed like he was destined to be discarded once Reigns grew tired of him, but he has made himself invaluable and helped his Tribal Chief retain his title on more than one occasion. But we all know how this is going to end. Eventually, Reigns and the rest of the bloodline will probably turn on Zayn after he lets them down one time, and that will immediately make the 38-year-old into one of the most sympathetic babyfaces in all of WWE. Being an underdog against the Tribal Chief is one thing, but Zayn's connection to the WWE Universe could make him as popular as Bryan Danielson was at the height of the Yes movement.